You can count on it. You can count on it. You can count on me. You can count on me too. You can count on it. You can count on it. You can count on me. You can count on me too. You can count on it. You can count on it. You can count on me. You can count on me too. You can count on it. You can count on it. You can count on me. You can count on me too.
Welcome to the Three Oak Podcast, where artists can be fans. It's your boy Jeff today.
And it's your boy Lauren, that some of y'all know me as Leon, but it's Lauren today.
Today it is Lauren.
And
you might notice that we are a couple people short.
Yeah, quite a few people short.
But we making it work.
And matter of fact, we gonna have a lit episode.
I'm just saying.
All right,
we got this under control.
That's 100%. We pretty much had a lot of momentum so far, and we don't want to lose that momentum. So we was like, man, let's just go ahead and jump in and do this shit anyway.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Let's just jump in and do this shit. And yeah, AJ's in Florida right now, yo. He's in Florida, swimming. You know, probably somewhere.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, not in the beach or the
better
pool.
weather than it is here.
Swimming, but not in the beach or the pool, right?
Swimming in something. You know, I mean, it is Florida after all. I think it's like the capital of.
That's a fact.
I won't say I always do have felt like Florida's like it's not a part of America.
Florida's a little different. Florida is known that, and you know they say it all the time on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
They say it all the time on the Breakfast Club. They talk about Florida being the crazy Florida and what, Bronx. That's what Charlamagne say all the time.
Florida and the Bronx.
Yeah. But they really are wild out there. Matter of fact, when we were out, we met a couple people from Florida.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Florida's a crazy place.
And they were cool. They were cool for sure. So I ain't about to shoot no shots or nothing. But the one thing I will say, Florida people are prideful of that shit though, because she kept reminding me she was from Florida.
Yeah, they are. They have a totally different kind of pride too.
Yeah. She was like, she kept saying, I'm from Florida. I'm like, okay, you told me that about 6 times.
Right. You're like, all right.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to North Carolina. You know?
Yeah. So yeah, man, we in here. Treehouse Gang, shout out. We just hit like 11. We're right around the corner. I think we're at 1160. I could look it up as far as subscribers go. So thank y'all for showing us love. Thank y'all for
keep the love.
Yeah, thank y'all for showing us love, and thank you for doing that, just being a part of the squad. Make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed to everything 3O Podcast and the Menace Material YouTube. That's going to be amazing. I'll check those numbers real quick just to see where we're at and all that. But back to what you were saying, bro. You were asking me. Yeah, we're at 1160. So we're at 1160 subscribers for sure. Yes. 1165 actually.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate every follower that we get.
Yeah. So shout out to y'all for that shit.
It's the reason why we do this, man.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, man. So yes, please.
To answer your question. Yeah, man. So I'm doing a rebrand thing because, like, my music, you've heard my music. A lot of it, I feel, is centered around, like, authenticity and shit like that. And I don't want to spend too long on this because that's not what niggas are here for. But a lot of it is built around that. And, like, one day I really looked up and I was like, that's not even my name, bro. I was like, I was just literally, and I've been
like, who am I?
Yeah, facts. And I've been on that one of them journeys again. Like, and like you always had them journeys, man. You always had them little journeys, the moments where you're trying to figure out whether or not. I feel like there's always a period in life where you're trying to figure yourself out a little more than you already knew.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like every chapter, like, you know what I'm saying? When I was a teenager, when I first became a teenager and I started figuring out how to try to talk to girls and like whether or not I'm playing a facade or am I being myself in that realm. But then also like becoming a young man, going to college for a little bit, I didn't finish myself, but going there and then trying to figure out how I'm going to carve my way in the world. Like what perception do I want people to know of me and shit like that. And then as an artist, it's like when I started doing music, it's like, I was trying to be myself as much as I could, but there's still this thing that like looms over you, like where it's just like there's some sort of persona attached to you. You know what I mean?
There's a lot tied into a name. A name is something really important. It means a lot.
Yeah. So
I definitely admire the fact that authenticity is actually part of your reasoning behind it.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah, that's a very respectable thing. I think, of course, it's always a a rebrand is something that like it's something you gotta roll out, man. It's like you gotta. There's a whole process to it.
I actually have rollout content for it too.
See, and that's
So,
what I'm
yeah.
talking about.
Yeah,
And I think that's the part that like I think is probably the most exciting part.
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited about that shit. It's some funny shit that we did. I'm gonna have to get you on something too.
Okay,
For sure. For
Okay.
some content. So yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Hey,
It's gonna
man.
be fun. It's gonna be fun. But yeah, let's jump into these topics, man. I don't want to spend too
Yes.
much time on that. I was telling you earlier, I don't really know where you want to start. Where do you want to start? You see something immediately that you wanted to start with, or
Okay. Let's. So what's going on with Lori Harvey, man? Tell me-
Okay,
so
yeah. So-
non-disclosures and whatnot.
So I don't really know. I just read.
Full
Okay.
disclosure.
Yeah. Well, I read a headline essentially, and
Okay.
I could probably find a headline just so that we know exactly what was said. But they saying that Lori Harvey makes anyone she dates, she makes them sign an NDA before like dating, right? Before making it official or whatever. I don't even know what step the NDA comes in. Is
It
it like
sounds
the
transactional. I don't like it.
Yeah. But I'm curious, where does that even come into play? It's like, I like you, sign this NDA. Like, is it at the jump? Like, where do you get into that NDA realm? You know what I'm saying?
Man, I don't know. I think that by that point you have an assistant approach them. You have somebody. It's not you.
It's
have
not
somebody,
you, yeah. But they do that. They do that already on them high levels. They
Right.
already do that. They already
Yeah.
do that for sure. They got people who do that shit immediately.
Yeah, you
For
don't wanna
sure.
have- you don't wanna
For
have
sure.
that
That's
tough
how they holler at
conversation.
people. You can't let it be seen.
Right.
That you're, you know what I'm saying? But they say it's punishable for $1 million if you break. So they saying that she got these niggas by the balls like that it's literally that she makes niggas sign an NDA. And if you break this, if you say anything about what we got going on,
Right.
you owe me $1 million, nigga.
What does she not want in the streets that's worth $1 million?
That she's trash. that pussy's not that good.
Such a basic truth.
we talked about it here a few times.
I mean, yeah. Okay. So really though, if you're famous, a tell-all book,
yeah.
$1 million penalty. It might be worth it.
That might be
man.
worth it.
It might be, yeah, it might be worth
worth
take the hit.
If I'm gonna break this NDA, I'm getting something out of it. Like, yeah, sure, I'll take $1 million hit if I'm gonna make 16.
If you know,
You know what I'm
right,
saying? Like,
right.
you know what I'm saying?
Like, do your worst.
Yeah, facts. I'll keep this 15. You can have that one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're like, do your worst. Pussy's whack.
Yeah. Facts.
And like, I'm not against it. I
Yeah.
get it. It's weird. I'm not gonna lie. She's not a politician.
Right.
But that's interesting. That is interesting.
That is interesting. But she's apparently dating what's his name? Damon Idris, the guy from Snowfall.
Okay.
What the fuck is his name? You know what I'm talking about?
The lead from Snowfall.
Yeah. Damon Idris. Oh, this is Damon Idris. Yeah. Damson Idris or something like that.
British.
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
So she's dating him, which the women love this nigga. They love him.
He looks like a kid to me.
For real?
He still looks like he looks really young to me in the face.
He got a little baby face on him. But I don't know. I'm not, I don't want to throw too much hate around. I'm not gonna I don't get it. They do love this nigga though. You know what I'm saying?
His character Snowfall is crazy though, man. I
Yeah,
will say.
Franklin.
Yeah.
I don't watch the show, man. I need to get into it. They got a new season coming, don't they?
I think so.
Yeah, I need to get into it. But question to you: Would you pay, or would you sign that NDA? Are you signing that if it's a baddie that you wanted to be with?
Okay.
And she pulls up on you asking for, pulls up on you, y'all talking or whatever. You get the end. You hype. Let's not front. You see something you desire and you're in on the inside and you're getting there. You're hype.
Right.
You're hype on the inside a little bit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. You don't got to show it.
It's Lori Harvey.
Yeah. If you tell me right now I'm gonna be with Lori Harvey or whatever, or I'm shooting my shot at somebody, no Lori Harvey. If I go downtown and I see the baddest bitch in the room, I shoot my shot and that shit works.
Right.
I'm a little bit hype.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
It's, automatically.
And I don't even want to use the word hype because it sounds like you over your head. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, I'm happy that I did that. I'm proud of myself. My confidence level just shot through the roof.
You're anticipating the win.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm anticipating the win, and I got the win. But can you see yourself just signing that NDA just like that? Is it like based on the realms that you live in? Is it an understandable thing, or is it something that you just like? I'm not doing that shit.
So with her fame and her status as the being part of the element of
Yeah.
an element of all this, I would say probably.
Yeah, you probably signed it, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you feel emasculated because you're not the one who proposed it?
Okay. Also, all right. So this being the status, like the my current famous status and her current famous status.
Yes.
No, not at all. Because I mean, she's Lori Harvey, and I'm just, you know.
oh, you talking about right now?
Right.
He said, at my level where I'm at now?
Right.
I'm signing all that shit.
Right. Like, yeah, I'm signing that shit. Like, what? Are you kidding me?
No. My fault. I said that wrong.
Like, I'm big timer right now. I'm like, psh.
Yeah. No, you're right, bro. You got to give me Lori Harvey, bro. Right now, you can give me some fun. You give me the now Lindsay Lohan. I'm signing that motherfucker.
Right. And you're like, all right, where do I sign it at?
Yeah, it don't even matter, bro.
No, okay.
But
if we were
if you were equally famous, if you're equally famous, like you're not even a bottom rung celebrity, you're both like quote unquote A-list celebrity. You got your shit popping, she got her shit popping, and she hits you with an NDA. Are you signing it, or are you just like on some shit where you feel as though being a man, you don't want to be emasculated and you want to sign it, or you want to create that NDA for yourself for her to sign?
So,
or can it be on both y'all have your own?
So if she really struck me as this great girl, and it was really, you know, like I said, we really, it was like that. All right, I guess I wouldn't have a problem with that because I actually carry a level of privacy with my relationships anyway in real life. So
okay.
So I feel like without that agreement, I'm gonna kind of follow those guidelines anyway.
Okay.
Because I don't, you know, I wouldn't put myself on blast. That's why people would hate me as a celebrity because, like, I'm not gonna give them a whole lot. Okay. Personally, like, yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think so. Yeah. So with that,
you
I
would
think
still
I
sign
would.
it. You would sign it.
Yeah, I think I would.
And you wouldn't feel any way about it?
Maybe a little bit.
Maybe a little bit.
Not gonna lie, maybe a little bit.
Just to go through it anyway.
Maybe a little bit, but
yeah, I don't know, man. I'm the older I get and the more I like learn about myself, I see my toxic traits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I am a little bit of a toxic. I got a little bit of toxic masculinity in me, man.
If you can admit that, I mean, that's
I got a little bit, man. I got a little bit. I do shit for pride and ego sometimes. I do, man.
Everybody does.
Yeah, but sometimes like the pride becomes so strong, it's like I'm just you
realize you're going out of your way.
Yeah, I'm going out of my way to make sure that I don't get taken advantage of in this manner. You know what I'm saying? Like
I mean,
it's really childish.
You're preemptively protecting your ego.
Yeah, for sure.
You're like, all right, if I'm strike first, and that way,
for sure,
make sure the situation does not turn out.
It's completely childish. It's completely childish. But I don't know. I'm growing, so maybe I would. But I just don't know. Like after the conversations we've had about Lori Harvey on this podcast, hey, if y'all been listening to the podcast, you've heard us have conversations about her before. There is a level of curiosity I have as to why don't nobody stay with her, and why is it her or is it them? But these niggas seem to be fine and happy. They don't seem moved. They don't seem changed. The only person we've seen that's really changed, not changed, but that looked hurt was Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, but you know.
Yeah, but you know. Exactly.
It's Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah. Exactly. So it's like everybody else seemed like they kind of fine, like, you know what I mean? And maybe they're just good at putting on like a good face, but you know, I'm not no perfect relationship guru or guy, but I've been in relationships that I was hurt and I've been in relationships I wasn't. And whether or not I thought it was apparent, there were definitely a couple that probably hurt me a little bit that was a little apparent to the people around me.
I get that.
You know what I'm saying?
I get that. Because, you know, you try to keep it.
You try to keep it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it was probably apparent a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
They're like, yo, this dude is hurt, yo.
Yeah. Low key.
Yeah.
Low key.
Your friends calling like, yo, you all right, man? You good, bro?
Yeah. Low key.
I get that. I mean, so I think that I agree. I think I do agree in that, yes, something's up. Something's up. I agree. She is a serial dater.
Yeah.
Which is there's always something that you have to, I guess, at some point, you have to question, well, something's going, you know, she might be a little, maybe she's difficult to maybe she doesn't handle conflict well. I don't know. I mean, chances are that when she hits some conflict, she just swerves.
It might be that.
Yeah, I mean, I could be like, she realized that there's more fish in the sea.
Could be that, man. But she does have to pick of the litter, it seems. She's a baddie, man.
Yeah.
And y'all know, as baddies out there, some of y'all wrongly claiming that title.
People hand that one out pretty freely.
They hand that one out pretty freely nowadays.
Yeah, I think not everyone's a baddie.
Not everybody's baddie. But there's a lot of power, man. Women have a lot of power when it comes to men. Just literally.
Yeah,
simply
that's
put.
true. That's true.
Simply put, man, women have a whole lot of power when it comes to men.
Yeah.
Speaking of women that have power over people, Britney Griner.
That's crazy. Yeah, power to the people.
Power
as a
to the
matter of
people.
fact. Yeah, she is free. I don't know how I feel about the fact that they traded a warlord for her,
Yeah, that's the thing that everybody's talking about.
but yeah, it's a good thing they got her. I'm glad they got her because if she didn't look the way that she looked, they would have gone to like actual war.
Yeah,
for this girl.
yeah.
And I think so. Glad to see her back, but kind of a weird way to happen for it to happen.
True. How long was she in Russia? Do you know?
It had to be at least a year by the
that's
time
right
it was
here.
all said and done.
Yeah, it was pretty close. So for those of y'all who don't know, which you probably already, hopefully you've seen it already, but Russia frees Britney Griner, traded for Russia's arm dealer, who we all called his moniker is what
The bringer of death, or what is he?
Yeah, he's something of death.
The Lord,
The merchant of death.
the merchant of
The
death.
merchant of
Yeah,
death. Yeah. So the merchant of death. We traded for Britney Griner, and we got her in.
The guy who they made the movie Lord of War after, that was supposed to be.
I did not know he had a true story film out there.
It was so it's loosely based on him.
Okay.
Really good movie though.
Word.
Really good movie. Yeah. Actually.
Did they humanize him in a way that you understood him?
Not really.
Okay.
Yeah, not really. He's a bad person.
Just made him,
yeah,
just made him a bad person.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's a pretty
good,
bad
good.
person.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
It's one of those. He's an anti-hero. He's an anti-hero.
Okay.
It's
Okay,
He's, a
he's
bad
like
person,
Punisher.
but he's clever. So it's interesting to watch him get away with some things.
Okay.
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 Yeah,
Okay.
good movie though. I'm, but not a good person.
Okay.
What do you think is gonna happen to him in Russia? What do you think they're gonna do with him in Russia?
You gonna get back on the bandwagon?
You think he's gonna go right back to business as usual?
What? Of course. He's gonna go back to business as usual.
Not that that's gonna change anything in the world. There's plenty of weapons dealers.
Yeah, there's plenty of weapons dealers. It's not gonna change. I don't know. It depends on how good this nigga really is. And you know what I'm saying? It depends. I mean, they gave him that name for something. It depends on how really, and did he use his time in jail appropriately? Did he
Right.
take time in jail to draw up some new shit?
Do
you know? Did he take time?
He might have been.
He might have been. Did he take time in jail to be as? And when you sit down and all you have is your mind. When you
That's
sit down
true.
and all you have is your mind. If you don't change as a person, if he just happens to have the same intent in his heart, he only gonna get better.
That's an excellent point. That's an excellent point.
He only gonna get better.
He was in there shadow boxing, and so now he's out, and he's got some heat.
He got some heat, bro.
And
he got some heat.
you might be right. He
He got some heat. He got some heat. You say he been shadow boxing. You talking shit. What if this was the plan the whole time? What if the plan was to have him infiltrate America's son? Nah, this wasn't the plan. He's not supposed to sit down for that long.
Yeah, no, not that long. Not that long.
Because apparently he didn't have
We've had him for a minute.
yeah, but it's not like I thought it was like a life sentence, but it's not.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't life
he,
sentence, but
he was here for like 14 or 15 years.
Yeah.
But he was serving like a 17-year sentence.
right.
So yeah, but Britney was in Russia for 294 days. I just pulled it up
So
earlier.
almost a year. Well,
Almost a year.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's a long time in Russia.
That's a long time. That's a long time in Russia away from. That's a long time. Like, if it was you, I'm sure you would want to be traded. If it was me, I'd want to be traded. But that is the funny thing about it is, everyone online is talking like. I think there was a tweet. I heard about a tweet where they said we traded a big for a shooter.
Everybody keeps making the draft memes.
The draft
Everybody
memes.
keeps making the draft
That shit
memes.
is crazy,
And
yo.
the internet is once again flawless victories.
Flawless victory.
All
Oh
around.
my God.
I must
bro.
say, yeah, they were like,
Oh my God, bro. That shit is hilarious.
they're like, and your boy got no jump shot.
Got no.
I was like, yo, they're killing it, man.
They are killing this
'Cause
shit, bro.
I do think at the end of the day, it's like she might go back in the league. She may go back in the league. I don't know.
You think she gonna bust ass? I feel like she gotta come back. Like both of these scenarios, I feel like I mean, I don't know. She's definitely traumatized. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In some way, shape, or form.
But she's welcome, I'm sure. I'm
sure she's welcome
They can't,
home, yeah.
dude. If they denied her, that would be a whole.
Denied her what?
Oh, like into the league.
Oh, into the
Anybody-
league. Oh, yeah,
If nobody
That'd
would
be a
sign her,
story.
man,
That'd be a story.
Its own thing.
That's
yeah.
its own thing. Yeah, no, they got to sign her. They're gonna prop her up.
I would think so.
They're gonna prop her up.
Yeah,
They're gonna have to prop her up. It's only gonna bring the most eyes and attention to the league. Like
Right.
that league already doesn't have that much like pulling for it in comparison to the NBA. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Oh, that's crazy. Whoever signs her, viewership crazy
through the roof
on the
Through the
WNBA.
roof. Yeah, viewership going crazy.
They need the numbers too.
They need the numbers. They fucking need the numbers. But what's gonna be crazy is I don't know how they do. I don't know anything about Russian prison. But if it's anything like depictions of, prison here or whatever, because I've never gone to jail, thank God.
Right.
Personally, I haven't. I don't intend on it.
I'm good.
I've been pretty solid in life on making sure that doesn't happen. Also, because I had like a real fear of being deported when I was younger.
Oh, that's true.
I had a real fear of that, so I try to make sure to not get in trouble.
And I don't know what prison is like in other countries.
Yeah. So I had a
a
real fear of that. But I just didn't want to have to start life over in that way. Of course, I have family and friends and stuff where I need to go, but like,
Right.
I don't have any sort of. Yeah, I just don't want to.
That's a crazy fate, man.
Yeah.
I don't even know how that works. I don't know what that's like.
Yeah, I don't want to start over. Like,
Yeah,
trying to figure out life again, like
What?
in that way.
Yeah, no, I totally agree, man. That's not what you want.
Yeah, but what was I saying? No, I fucking lost it.
So like the reset. Yeah. So Britney Griner.
Oh, when she goes back.
Yeah. So if she goes back in the league, right? Okay.
Something I was gonna say.
Their viewership. You were talking about their viewership.
Yeah, the viewership.
their
Okay, go
numbers.
ahead. Yeah.
Okay. So if Britney Griner goes back, their numbers go up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So she's only been in it less than a year. I doubt her talent level has gone anywhere at this point. You know what I mean?
Sorry, can I cut you? That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say if it's depicted anything like prison, like if she was just in the gym going crazy in Russia, she might come back with the crazy bunnies.
Yeah,
when
she
she
might.
come out
She might.
windmilling and shit. See what I'm saying? Like
They probably built her a basketball court in there.
she go crazy in there. She been busting squats every day. You know what I'm saying? Wall sits.
She's training everybody in there, yo.
training niggas in there. Wall sits going crazy and all her free time just going crazy. Like,
Yo.
she come back with the amazing bunnies and just going crazy on them. Like,
This was an elaborate
high
Russian
flyer.
op.
Yeah.
They just had. So what happened is they had security cameras, right?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
had a basketball court. They were just catching footage of her all day in the gym. So Russia next year, they're coming so
hard.
crazy.
Yeah.
They're coming for us, yo. They got
That
all the
shit'd be
footage,
crazy,
bro.
yo.
So I'm like, nah. If I think that the end of the day, it's like she was one of those people that I mean, it was a weed bin.
That's the fucked up thing, man.
I don't even think it was THC. Wasn't it CBD?
I think so, man.
That's so crazy to me.
I don't know the exact, but I think so. But
She was a
that's
guest
wild.
there. Didn't they invite her? She was a guest. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure. Yeah,
she's-
it was like invitational.
But there's the thing though, and that's the question, right? That's the thing that we always bring up with it is the question is, do you respect the other country's rules? Like, if this you, are you supposed to respect the other country's rules? And how far, like, was it really that far of a thing or that far-fetched of a thing for them to put her away for breaking their laws?
Okay, so I agree. But so the regular sentence for that there is 15 days.
Oh, that's different.
Yep.
That changes things.
Yep.
That changes
Because yes,
things.
it is legal. I agree.
Yeah.
15 days, bro.
That's the typical sentence.
That's what's supposed to be like 15.
Well, this sounds like the same shit they've been doing to black people all our lives.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Keep that a bean.
Blatantly.
Yeah.
And so they made an example out of her. That was all it was. It was straight up like that was all that was happening there. And I think that they weren't getting the kind of they were getting kind of publicity that they wanted out of it, and so they just released her. They just made a trade. Because I don't think they really want Victor Boot that much.
You don't think so?
I don't think they want him that
You don't
much.
think he was that nice?
No.
Somebody done took his place.
Yeah.
Young
yeah.
whippersnapper just
like
took his shit.
5 people took his place.
Like 5 people took his
Yeah.
place.
Yeah. So I'm because I mean shit. There's probably an American dude that's selling way more
Yeah,
guns than Raytheon.
That's true though, because even though you can cook up in jail, by the time he actually comes back with the new plans, they're like, nigga, technology has advanced.
That's it.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah. Right, that's true.
We were way ahead of this shit you just came up with, bro. Like we
Trying to sell them napalm and shit.
We did that like we did that like 3 years into your sentence, nigga. Like
Right, he was selling Vietnam weapons.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. A little out of his league, man.
Yeah.
So I do think they're gonna parade him around, like
Yeah.
some kind of hero.
Yeah.
In Russia, but how much of a hero can you really make him? It's in the day he was an arms dealer. They will flip that narrative in very Russian fashion, and he will be a hero of some kind. But definitely not like Britney Griner. I think she has her story is most people can get behind that. I think.
Yeah, man, she has a story that's like she right now. If I was her in her position, and of course, you know, we feel for her. I don't want to make it completely insensitive. But if I was in her position, and this is me thinking from a person who's never been in her position, you know what I'm saying?
Right. No.
But if I was in her position, I would. I'd definitely. I mean, what can you do outside of leaning into what has happened and trying to capitalize the most you can from here? Go ahead and be propped up. Go ahead and go on all the talk shows. Right. Go ahead and get your interviews out. Talk about how you felt. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Go ahead and work on a book. Go ahead and start. Unless if you hadn't already started, if you were even capable of starting.
You know
up there.
she got a book deal.
She got to have something. She got to have that shit. Got to be in.
It's probably written already.
You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, they were probably writing. They were probably calling daily.
Yeah, like figuring out what does she get calls in Russia? Do you get that shit? I don't know how strict their laws are, bro.
Yeah, that's an excellent question. Yeah, she was in there writing her damn self. I don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
She's definitely she's gonna do a talk show circuit for sure. Yeah, I think they shaved her head.
Yeah, she can't. Yeah, she can't like that. And did you see the exchange video?
I did, which is pretty funny because she was speaking a lot of Russian in that.
Yeah,
she was speaking a whole.
That's just wild.
Little bits, like she was definitely understanding and answering people in Russian.
Yeah, but that shit was really like the movies.
Yeah,
that shit was a literal like they got on the plane. That was the high level plane prisoner exchange shit.
That was a private flight.
That was a private flight, bro.
Yeah, that was more than
that's high level shit.
Yeah, that was like who do they do that for?
Yeah, exactly.
Private flight back?
Your country did this for you.
Yo, because you know, could you imagine they just put her on American Airlines back, or like just it's like
they put her on Frontier. They said a Frontier flight.
They drop her off in like Boston. They didn't even take her all the way home.
Shit. Oh shit!
Telling you, bro. Like, but you know it's got to be high profile. You know, right?
Yeah.
Because like it took them way too long.
That'd be funny as shit. She can't even fit on them flights, bro. She can't even.
6-7 foot.
She can't even fit on them flights. Unfortunately, when I saw the video, I was looking for her. I was like, where the fuck she at? You know what I'm saying? Because the first thing I saw was the actual. I didn't see the footage of her before, like when they were talking to her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just saw the footage of the exchange. So I'm looking for her.
Walking down the
yeah, and it didn't like click in my head. I was like, she is the tallest person there. Because I was like, in my head, I was like, who's this big nigga?
It's like a bodyguard. You're like,
yeah. Like, who's this big nigga? Where's she at?
Like, who lurch, yo?
Yeah.
No, I feel you. She's huge, bro.
She's huge, bro.
She's a massive
She's
woman.
huge, bro.
It's like, it's kind of, okay, no, here's what I think caught a lot of people off guard.
Yeah.
When she speaks, bruh, her voice, I don't think anybody's ready for that.
Yeah.
She got, man, the bass in her voice.
It's some nigger shit in there.
Yeah, she got, it's not feminine at all. There's nothing feminine about her voice. Like, it's very masculine.
It's
and I'm like, they're straight up. It is like, it is.
No, that's a fact. I'm there with you.
So what is that? Is that some science? Is that like
just
her
like her
vocal cords are so large that
it has to be body size? Maybe, man. Maybe.
Because whoa.
Yeah.
And if in real life, the world's not designed for people like that.
But that's the thing, though. Can you like get that large as a human being and then not happen in some way? Unless what you're saying, like scientifically, like I don't know.
You mean your voice not sound that way? You mean?
Yeah, like it'd also look a little. You don't think it would also look a little funny if she was like 6'9" and sounded like a 4'10" girl?
It just sounded like Ariana Grande.
It just had like a squeal. You ever like a squealy voice? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit.
That would be very funny.
It would be funny, but
very funny.
Yeah.
Well, okay, there's some. I'm trying to think of an example right now.
And she be yamming on niggas. She can dunk,
bro. There are some
bro.
big dudes that have small voices.
There are.
I'm trying to think of one right now.
There
off the top
are.
of my head, but there are some big guys that kind of have.
And it never sits right.
No, it doesn't look.
It doesn't look right at all. It doesn't look right at all. She has a voice that it definitely would take you by surprise, but at the same time, it's like I can understand that.
At the same, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can understand that
because the voice is coming from this much above your head.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, okay.
Yeah, but speaking about how the time frame that she got, you know what I'm saying, and breaking people, like going back kind of to the breaking rule things in other countries, because consider that same thing. This isn't really a topic, and I don't want to stray too far away, but. The same thing with the World Cup right now in Qatar, right? You know what the head guy, the president or whatever, or I don't know.
There's like
the
a
prime minister.
There's a group of
who's the guy?
Yeah, there's a head guy, but then there's a group of it's like a committee of guys who who all take bribes and do a lot of other things.
Well, what's the Qatar? What kind of country are they like as far as?
So
is it a prime minister that they have? Yeah.
They have
Yeah.
They have like a it's like a family thing. It's a monarchy.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, the prime minister. I remember him putting out a statement about the World Cup. Did you see that statement?
The most recent one.
Yeah, well, at the very beginning when he was saying about the like homophobia and
Yeah,
and he was like,
Alcohol
don't
too.
Yeah, alcohol and all that stuff.
Yeah,
it was a few laws that he laid down. He pretty much just said, don't come to our country if you're gonna come to our country to watch the World Cup. Come to our country to watch the World Cup as football fans. You're here to watch football. You're not here to promote your ideals or do that stuff that is illegal in our country. You're not here to do that. You know what I'm saying? You're here for football. Come here for that. And he told them to not wear like LGBTQ patches and shit like that.
Yep.
Right?
He's very clear about all that.
He was very clear about all that shit. He gave them that heads up.
He did.
He gave him that heads up. He has the right to kind of do whatever he wants, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
He has the right to enforce the fuck out of that.
So it's the way he did it, I think, that a lot of people have a problem with. Because he actually didn't write out when they got they got the bid for it because they put up the most money by far.
Okay.
Like, I mean, and I was looking at this chart showing how much
money.
the previous people had put up to get the cup, and their amount that they put up was just absurd.
For real?
It's ridiculous. I couldn't tell you an exact figure, but they put up way too much.
Like
money
a lot
for
of
this.
money. Yeah.
And then they also gave might say like $1 million or more to each member, to a lot of members of that committee that do that work, of the World Cup. So, so it's like at the end of the day. So when they got the bid, they initially were like, okay, we're gonna allow y'all to just do what y'all want. So Budweiser actually was their sponsor. That's one of the main sponsors for the World Cup. Okay. And they had initially said that they were gonna allow Budweiser to sell beer.
Oh, word.
And so Budweiser shipped however many.
So he reneged on his deal.
And he reneged on them like 3 days before. And so Budweiser had like a warehouse full of beer down there.
He knew what he was doing from the jump, bro.
So
this sounds calculated.
So yeah, so it's a little bit. I think. Well, the reality is that they have their morals, man, and they weren't ever gonna back down on those morals. But they wanted this thing to go through, and they know that if people were sounding like it, like if people knew it was gonna be a buzzkill, nobody was gonna show up.
Yeah.
So they were like, come on down for the fun, guys. And then as the time came, tickets were bought, everybody was ready to go. Then they realized that they were going to be sleeping in tents actually, and the ground was going to be sand, and it's going to be hot as hell, and there's no beer, and so I think that's really
what happened. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't ever think that it was a great option for the World Cup in general. It's the middle of the desert.
I feel that.
And it's actually, I've been told it's a really weird place in general because not that many people live there. And it's just a whole bunch of filthy, filthy rich people and then the people that work for them. And the rest is like a lot of the people that, the laborers aren't even from there. They're imported.
Because didn't people die in the building of all that shit?
I've heard weird numbers. I've heard a mixture of different numbers, but apparently a whole lot of people.
Oh, wow.
died.
There's only 2.93 million people there.
Right, for a whole country.
That's a small number.
Yeah. So and I'd imagine it's probably 60% of that is probably just random foreigners.
Yeah. God
so it's
damn.
kind of a weird place. Yeah.
Yeah. But they got that money though. Apparently. Oil.
Yeah.
Resources, bro.
Oil. That's all. That's what it's.
Oil-rich
about,
land.
Man. Yeah. That's it. Oil-rich.
That shit crazy, man.
They're stripping that shit.
A little bit of dirty money mixed in.
Hey.
Well, a lot of bit of it.
It's like corruption is something that I guess it's a matter of perspective.
Yeah. Facts. You can't have the good without the bad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And if morally you're based off of religion or whatever, so it's like you can do a lot of,
You can do a lot of things.
Yeah, you can do a lot of fuckboy shit.
That's the thing, bro. Like over the course of history, bro, religion has just ruled. Religion start wars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, oh hell yeah.
That alone, the idea of that is so strong, so powerful that it moves people to like live on that belief specifically.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And this is what goes, nigga. If it don't go with you, and you out of here.
That's it.
And my God don't care.
Right. And this is what he said he wanted.
This is what he said he wanted.
So sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for you. It's not personal.
That shit crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
That's beyond me, man.
Yeah. It's one of them things that as you get older, you start to really look around and It's like, man, I could have thought of anything of the world just depending on where I was born.
True that. Yeah, no, that's an excellent point.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that is.
I could have thought anything of the world just literally depending on where I was raised. They say it's a saying, man. Where you stand is where you sit, bro.
Right. Born in this part of North Carolina, 150 years ago.
Different.
Totally different.
Totally different.
I might have been I might have been a dude on the farm that was like, "Oh no, don't you run away now."
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
facts. Real shit. Real shit.
Which is crazy.
Real shit.
And right now I'm thinking like, man, I'll be like, "Yo, fuck these."
Right. But you don't know what you'd have been
You
like,
don't
and
really
you don't know, bro.
Broken people, man.
Yeah.
And so it's that's why I'm like, I can't knock anybody's current situation in that you never, man. People are a product of their environment, man.
Yeah, that's a fact. I don't really know too much about some of these other topics to keep it being, but a product of the environment. I don't really have a segue for it, but for some reason it made me think of R. Kelly's current environment and how he ended up dropping an album in that environment. You know what I'm saying? Like,
How did he drop an album?
Yeah, like
That means people work for him still.
that's what yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So also he has a verified account with iTunes apparently. If he was able to drop material,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But they pulled it off all streaming platforms.
He's
right.
now.
So so for everybody who doesn't know, R.
just
Kelly dropped an
reminded
album called "I Admit It"
Yeah, I admit it.
on some OJ shit. How you remember OJ dropped a book, right? If I did it or something like that.
If I did it.
If I
yeah.
did it.
Something like
Something
that.
like that,
but it's
right?
something to that degree. Yeah.
Yeah. So the nerve of this nigga, man.
Yeah.
The nerve of this nigga, man. And
I admit it. Admit what?
yeah, bro. That's not one of the things you can admit and we now champion you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm glad he's admitting something though. Maybe that's the first step in his personal journey, but I don't really know if I care too much about his healing.
Yeah, I'm good.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't really care to be a part of his process, quite frankly.
Yeah.
And I think that if anybody is going to be forgiven,
Yeah.
it's like there's a handful. Like Chris Brown, he did a video for his recently.
Yeah. I
And
feel like
think
he should be forgiven.
People forgave the hell out of him, man.
Well,
They
not all
been
the way.
forgiven him.
Not all the way.
You don't think all the way? I feel like people.
Man, they
kinda
keep
got over
pulling
that.
shit from him. They just pulled him from the damn what was the award show? He
Really?
was yeah. Well, he was supposed to perform that Michael Jackson tribute. Remember?
Okay, I know. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Well, okay.
There's still like it feels
They're
like there's
still
still this
pulling shit from him.
underlying like hate for him for some people, and Rihanna's already forgiven him.
Right.
She's the one who's a part of it has been forgiving this nigga.
Which that says
That says something
That does say
about,
something.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The situation, where they were at the time, what she may feel of it now, looking back, hindsight is 2020.
It is,
You
so it
you
is.
start to understand the role you played in a lot of shit.
They were both young.
Yeah.
It was. I don't know what the situation is. They're both celebrities. They have celebrity egos. They're both.
Yeah.
I don't know the situation.
I don't know the situation, but if
I personally can't justify it, I can't see myself putting hands on
I can't.
female.
I can't justify it.
But,
I can. I could justify it. I could justify it.
I mean,
There's a few ways I can justify it.
like Dave Chappelle said, I'm not gonna say there's no reason.
That's what I'm saying. I don't.
But-
it sounds crazy to say out loud,
Right.
but there's a few small instances. For instance, I am not condoning this. I'm not condoning this. I'm not trying to put it out there in that way. But for instance, when
Disclaimer.
disclaimer. When we were at Wake Tech, there's this dude that we knew who used to just tell like absurd lies for no reason. Oh, well, there's two dudes like that. but this is just one of them, right? But he was telling a story about the one time he ended up putting hands on a woman. And his thing was, they were having sex, they're in a moment, and then he was about to bust, and she locked him in. He said he was about to bust. He was about to bust like immediately,
And she did the leg trap.
She
on him.
locked him in the trap and locked him in, and he said he gave her 2-piece. I don't know if I would have done that in that situation, but that's what he said. That's what he said.
He gave her a 2-piece.
That's what he said. I don't know how serious it was. I don't know if it was like
Just to put some space between
now.
him and
Granted, this is a person who used to tell absurd lies.
Right.
For no
Right.
reason. But I don't know how do you react in certain situations? There's instances where if, and I probably sound crazy right now, but if a woman were to come for my life, I'm fighting back.
Oh, what?
I'm fighting back.
Or that's what I'm saying. So, like, I totally agree. I
Yeah.
think it's ridiculous to think, because it's a woman that you're just gonna like. Oh, so she just let her murder you.
Murder you, yeah, like stuff like that. So
Yeah,
it's
I
very
agree.
extreme instances where I think that could even know. But if you're in, because what was their situation? They were in a car and I mean, if she's grabbing a steering wheel or something, I don't know.
Right. I guess. Okay. So morally,
Yeah.
I guess if you were in a situation like that, just plant your feet,
Yeah.
make it count. All right, make it count.
July, I know you was gonna say that. That's funny.
Follow through.
I know. Yeah.
One hit.
Because I want to do as most damage as quickly, and I don't want to do extended damage.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. 'Cause if you steal off and it's lumps on all sides.
Yeah.
People are like, at what point did you have the upper hand?
Yeah. Why didn't you stop?
Singular bruise.
Facts.
Neutralize. Target neutralize.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like, it's terrible, but I'm just saying. You gotta do it.
Yeah. No, that's a fact.
Do it.
That's a fact. But
because at the point at which you're like, it looked like a struggle happened. At the point,
yeah.
So that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, no, that's a fact.
But I do think that there are more women out here these days that have a mentality that like they'll attack you. They will assault you. I do feel like there's a population of women that are out there that have that mentality.
Yeah, but there are some people who, in general who like have those kind of toxic relationships on a general basis and just live that way. And that's just how they are, women and men.
Which is wild.
It's wild. Blueface and Crenshawn.
Yeah. Watching footage of them.
It's crazy.
It's really hard.
It's tough.
It's really difficult. They are. I actually, but now that it's funny, but before I came over here, Alex, I was watching the video of him when he was hanging out with Kai Cenat.
Yeah. Oh, that shit looks tough, man. That was tough. Sorry, go ahead, though.
Oh my God, it's so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so bad.
Yeah.
Because then it's like the way they act about each other, the way they treat each other,
and
then the way they're treating him. Yeah, like they made that man dance.
Yeah.
That was so man. They are.
He looked like he was, and I fuck with Kai heavy.
I actually kind of do too, man.
Yeah, I fuck with him.
Where, like,
I fuck with him.
Actually do. He's
a good kid. He's only 20, bro.
He's
like 20 years old, bro.
He's 20 years old. Man.
Yeah.
And he gets everybody to come on his stream.
Yeah.
And he has a really good. So he's really good at getting rappers to stop being a fucking rapper for like an hour.
Yeah. Facts.
He got some really funny footage out of 21 Savage.
He did.
And he was making fun of his brand new album.
Yeah, he did.
He was showing him because the memes that he was showing him were
he's a great streamer, man. I really do. But that Blueface and Crenshawn shit, like he was saying, that was tough, man. Cause do you see when she was eating behind this nigga? It's like coughed up on, he coughed up on him and shit. Bruh. I'm like, what is wrong with her, bro?
So yeah. What if you watch it for more than a couple minutes? Nothing about her is attractive. I'm sorry.
That's something. Yeah, something's up. One time,
she's trying to not be attractive.
Cherry sent a picture to the group chat one time of her, and of what she used to look like. She was a baddie.
I bet.
I had no idea she was actually that bad. Like her body was crazy too.
I believe it.
Yeah, like she had a track body. Her legs were crazy. Like thin waist. Like even her waist is like she's lost the hourglass shape. Even
right.
It ain't even there. No, you can tell that she's just not doing well for herself.
She drinks a whole lot, and
it's just not looking good, bro.
And whatever else, I don't know.
Yeah,
but I agree.
That's a tough situation, man.
It's not a good situation at all, man. They kind of feed off each other. Mm-hmm. I honestly don't know why he allows her to act like that in public.
That nigga's scared, bro.
He does seem like he's
got to be afraid in some way.
Why?
She's crazy.
She got something on him.
That too. I think we talked about that one time. That too.
Yeah.
She might have something on that nigga.
She knows.
He might.
Yeah.
She might got him got him by the balls.
Because the way she acts,
literally,
I'm just like, the way she is so out of pocket, and she's so out of pocket that it's like, okay, so there's like that, oh, you so crazy, like kind of cute, playful,
yeah.
And then there's like, man, her shit's like, it's kind of dangerous.
It's dangerous, yeah. It's like, if she fucks around and says, "Don't play with me, I'll kill you."
Yeah,
it's like you can't do nothing but take that as a serious threat.
Yeah, you're like,
you can't. Yeah, like you can't do nothing but take that as a serious threat. Now it's time to get surveillance. I need niggas. I need private eye. I need people to get just all this information.
Bro.
I need to set myself up for the grand escape, and I need to do something.
Fingerprint.
I need to do
access on everything.
On everything. I need to do something where I can get away, and I know that I'm going to be safe because this bitch. I need to, you know what I'm saying? I need to make it look like she's a threat to my life.
Yeah, I do agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to, because it's only so much I can actually do as an individual man. Like, I can't hurt her, as we talked about. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to try to do nothing like that anyway. But I'm fearful of myself if I had to, like, dip out. Now, a nigga like him, he got bread, though. Like, I don't feel like it could be that hard to get away, right?
I don't know at this point.
Because is she like financially stable? Like how much of this bag is she getting as well? Or because they're pretty much a team at this point when it comes to their.
I think she's the
reality. She's the breadwinner.
I think she's actually the one that's fully controlling all of this at this point. Like I think that she's the mastermind.
You think that she's fully controlling this, but
I think he's a persona, but I think it didn't run a whole lot deeper than that. And,
yeah,
and I don't think he really had a plan farther than being a rapper. Mm-hmm. And this was the next thing. Maybe she's convinced him.
He's a reality star, bro. At this point,
he is. Yeah, he totally is. But he's not that. But he's not that charismatic.
No, he's not.
He's really not. He's not that interesting.
It's her.
He's really not funny. Yeah, he's just. Yeah,
it's their relationship. Their relationship is literally the thing that is making them the headlines. Just the thing that's making the headlines isn't even. It's just the nature of the relationship.
That's it. It's just toxic.
It's just toxic. It's how toxic this shit is.
I think a lot of people throw that word around, toxic.
This is a real.
I probably throw it around a lot.
Yeah, but it's real.
But this is real. Yeah,
this is real.
This is actually toxicity.
This is what we mean.
I think that it was a dating show, which is interesting because I'm thinking to myself, he picked this as his favorite of the group.
Yeah,
he had an option in this, but I don't know, and that's why I feel like it's a blink twice if you need help, Blue.
Yeah.
Kind of
But they have so many like images of this nigga like drifting off into space. I know, and they zoom in on his face,
and she's just still,
and she's still going, and this nigga looks so lost and so hurt.
I know exactly what you're talking about, bro.
This should look crazy, bro.
He be looking like he has moments where he looks like I'm thinking like what looks like to me where I'm like, man, this dude need help.
He looks hurt, bro. He looks dead inside, bro.
Yeah, he need help, man.
He looked like every time he drift off, it just be like he say to himself, "How the fuck did I get here?"
He's like, he's thinking about where he'd rather be right now.
How did I get here? Why are we doing this? Where did I go wrong? Like it feels like he looking back at all the chapters, just like, was it that move that I made? Like how the fuck did I get here?
Going through his decisions like
this
just like a slideshow.
Oh my god, bro, it's so crazy, man.
Because this is a situation that he's gotten himself into, man.
Yeah,
this woman has his name tattooed on her a half a dozen times at least.
That's crazy.
It's just, they are so intertwined at this point that
that's tough.
You can't even deny that.
But even the other thing is like if Blueface, if Blueface is like, say he's like a real good, genuine person at heart.
Right.
The other tough thing about this is if you do dip off and leave, what if she kills herself? I don't want to put that out there like that, so I'll probably bleep that. But it's like, what if that's also the threat? You know, you have like a double-edged kind of threat going on where it's like you have this actual like initial real love for a person that you've seen go off the deep end a little bit now. And then it turns into some shit where it's like, if I stay, I'm putting myself in harm's way. If I leave, I'm putting her in harm's way.
That's codependency.
That is codependency.
And I feel like a therapist would probably tell you that you can't internalize that, man.
You can't.
If you feel like
you really can't,
what's best for you is to get out of that situation, and you do it, and that's what she chooses to do, you're not responsible for what she does. I think that you have to, like you'd have to make sure, I love you, whatever. But I don't think that. I think her path seems kind of self-destructive, and if he has to be a pawn in her self-destruction, I think that he should realize that, and and maybe if he feels like he is. Hey man, you gotta get up out of there, bro. You gotta do what you gotta do.
He gotta get up out of there.
Yeah,
bro.
she's not his responsibility. He did kind of create her though.
She's not. Yeah, but yeah, he did. She's not, bro. That's crazy. And we got here from R. Kelly. That's crazy.
We did.
Yeah, that's fine though.
Probably because the other direction from this would have been 30 minutes of us talking about pedophile shit, and I think I don't want to wear that out too much. I don't want to
wear it out too much, man.
Because pedophiles.
Did you listen to any of it? Oh, you said you tried to listen to some of it, right?
I tried to. I saw a funny Twitter post. And somebody, it was this dude, and he's played a clip of it, and it was like they removed it, and then right below he said, "Not quick enough, motherfucker."
Yeah.
And he was acting like he was selling it. He was selling copies of it. But
music is so dangerous because even with like with a nigga like R. Kelly, it's like you don't really feel the need to even listen. Or I mean, you listen just to see what's going on, but you don't feel like you're gonna get attached even if it's a slap. But there are some songs out there where it's like he still has some records where I'm like, that was just a slap though. I ain't gonna hold
for
you.
sure. Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you. That was
No,
a slap.
dude could write, man.
It's a slap.
He could write.
Yeah.
I will give him that. I wasn't really a fan necessarily.
I wasn't like a big R. Kelly fan, but it was like,
Dude had some hits, man.
yeah, but you can recognize where the greatness was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No,
Went
without
off
a
the
doubt.
deep end in another direction for sure. But
As a lot of artists do.
yeah, you can recognize where the shit is. I thought about this a little while ago too, man. Not the R. Kelly thing, but we don't have anybody taking pictures of us today. And what if we just like freeze for a few moments so I could take out a still image?
I'm just saying, like,
we just just freeze a few times just so I get a still image of some good shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Like yeah, that's some crazy shit, but
You want to take it where you can get it, man.
yeah, man. I'm really trying to figure out how we can best produce this episode without having additional hands. But who cares? We'll just keep
Yeah,
going.
you know.
It is what it is.
Well, you can just use old photos, I guess.
Yeah, we can always do that. That's a fact.
Photos from a better time.
Damn, I hate when people think of the right ideas and I don't.
Like, damn it, man.
Yeah, no, that's real shit. What else do we have on this list that we want to get to? Anything amazing on here that like really rubbed you? Pause.
So, okay.
Kanye also released some shit.
So I really wanted to also hear, speaking of music that's been deleted, censorship is a problem, okay, in
Yeah.
America.
Yeah.
I'm definitely, I'm on the fence about it a lot of ways.
Word?
So it's kind of a tangent.
So you agree in censorship?
I am on the fence about it. I really do because, okay, so here's why I'm on the fence about it.
Okay.
Because, on one hand, I think that people should be able to say what they want because I do think that all perspectives should be heard or whatever.
Okay.
You know, it's like everybody we need to have conversations in order for us to get further or whatever. But
Yeah.
at the same time, it just so happens that the people that are squawking about First Amendment just want to say racist shit.
Okay.
Like those same people.
I know
those
what you
same
mean.
people are 4chan people.
A large majority of the people who are screaming it's a freedom of speech are people who shouldn't be speaking.
Yeah. Or ironically have some pretty sus views.
Yeah.
And I think
Like the people who champion it in such a extreme way.
Yeah. They're like, First Amendment, and now back to my original point, women shouldn't be able to vote. You know what I mean? And they're like, I'm
Yeah.
I think that if there were better representatives for it, then I think that it would get like people would be more understanding.
They do be making a hard left, like
You know what I'm saying? Like it always goes that way.
You start off with like a real logical train of thought about why freedom of speech should be freedom of speech and why we can't take this away because of how important it is for us.
Right.
And then literally you be like, abortions are you're like right after
murder.
that, it's murder. Like you jump right into the next shit. Like, oh man.
Because unfortunately, like all the representatives of that cause actually have ulterior motives. They have
Yeah.
some extreme thing that they.
But
really
that's the
wanna push,
thing, though.
which is
That's
why
the
they-
tough thing about being on the fence about things or having some sort of middle point of view. Because I feel like a lot of times when you have a middle point of view on something or you're able or capable to see each side, you don't jump out the window as much to defend your point so strongly or whatever because you're trying to listen to both sides.
Right.
I feel like the people who are extremes on anything, like, ride so hard for what they're extremes on that they literally have the best backing and the best, like, fan base. Like, niggas like
for
Trump
sure.
or whoever.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
Like,
Yeah. No, you're right.
you're able to carry that message much farther.
Yeah, because they have a set of talking points that they all
Yeah.
seem to use. They all seem to understand.
Yeah.
And if you get into it with a Trump supporter, they're gonna take you down this little talking path.
Yeah.
And they go like you're almost not gonna win it, even though the shit doesn't make sense half the time.
Right.
Or whatever. Or, you know, whatever it is they're saying. You're not gonna win half the time because they're so prepared for this because they did their homework. You're
Facts.
like, damn. You're
Facts.
Like I was just saying that. He was kind of a, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I just said he
yeah,
says,
yeah.
you know, problematic things.
Yeah.
You know, and so I think that that's really where the issue comes in. It's like those same people, the people like First Amendment speech activists, whatever you want to call it, those folks, it's like they also happen to have like a talking tree. They have like a point. They have points that they go.
Yeah,
through.
yeah.
But
yeah.
at the end
they
of the
ride
day,
hard for their point, man.
they always end up in some some sussy shit, man.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
like, that's all.
And then you have people like Kanye who just like make the case for why motherfuckers need to shut up.
yeah, right. He makes a case for censorship.
Yeah,
he really
yeah.
does.
People like that just
Because-
like make the case for that shit.
Yeah, because my thing with him, it's like if that's cool, then bro, that's actual Nazism. That's
Yeah.
that's straight up because
Yeah.
that's the gateway drug.
Yeah.
To full out Nazi. I mean,
It's a slippery slope, man.
yeah,
It's a
yeah.
slippery slope. But I don't know if I agree with censorship. I don't know. Like, if we could put forth the thinking, if everybody could understand that they always say like freedom of speech is important, but freedom of speech doesn't necessarily have to be freedom of consequence.
Agreed.
You know what I mean?
Agreed.
So it's like I don't know if I agree with censoring anything necessarily, more so than I agree with like, let's try to find a way to have like real. I mean, like this nigga was reprimanded. You know what I'm saying?
You think
in some way?
So what you're saying? You think that the public has a self-corrective process in that?
Yeah.
Yeah, like we shouldn't have to censor people in that if you say something that's racist or something that the internet's gonna trash you, and so therefore your reputation's gonna get trashed. And the CEO of Adidas has an option to make a choice for how he feels.
Well,
and
what I
everybody
mean is
down
that there's only so much censoring you can do because someone else is gonna rise up doing the same thing. And like, you know, you get rid of a Andrew Tate, niggas hate Andrew Tate or whatever. You get rid of him, another one pops up.
right.
You know, and I don't know. I just think it's like I think it's a battle you just can't really win, is what I'm saying.
Right.
You know, I feel like,
No, you can't. You can't.
you know what I'm saying?
There will always be fringe people. You know.
Yeah, and it's like I just don't feel like you can really win the censorship battle, and I don't know what the fix for it would be, but there's just always gonna be motherfuckers saying crazy shit.
For sure. For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if that point is like super valid, but it's just I don't know what the answer would be.
Okay, so okay, so let's say First Amendment is just like open season like that. Okay,
Okay,
like
yeah.
free speech. So what about platforming these people? What are you? So how did? So if
But that's
if
what I'm
you
saying,
were-
like-
what do you think? What do you think your boundaries are on platforming? Do you think they should? Let's say these types of people, these fringe people, want to start
Mm-hmm.
a news network and present this information as news to that way. Is that okay?
No, it's not okay. It's not okay. And you're right. You're right in the sense of like platforming them on certain levels, like the major platforms or like private companies or whatever, like YouTube or whoever, they can platform whoever the fuck they want, you know, and who they don't want to, Twitter or stuff like that. But yeah, no, there definitely has to be a like there has to be a restriction of some sort, yes.
Of some sort, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like,
You can't platform. Kanye is running himself off all these platforms.
oh yeah, he is, yeah.
He's running himself off all these platforms.
But he's trying to.
Yeah.
He started wearing a mask because
because-
he can't help but smile when he does it.
When he does this shit.
Because
Is that why you think he does it?
He's leaning so hard. It's a game to him. He thinks
Yeah.
he thinks it's.
Yeah.
I think he thinks that.
He's breaking down, man.
I think he thinks he's breaking the system. I think he thinks he's breaking the brains of
It's tough.
conservatives and liberals and libtards or whatever is. But the reality is that he's actually breaking the brains of the people who really admired and looked up to his talents and his music and everything. I think that he's really. I think a lot of his fans are torn at this point, and so it's like it's. Like you said, if free speech. This is actually a test of what happens with free speech in a lot of
Yeah,
ways.
it is.
They've given him. He's been allowed free speech. Nobody's arresting this man. They have deplatformed him to a degree, but now Elon bought Twitter and he's letting him do what he want to do. So it's like he has the rope. They're giving him the rope.
I know, but one of my concerns, and it's maybe it's not a big enough one, but it's just like with anything, you know, once you start it, like there's always levels that it increases, and like it can be a slippery slope. You know, when you like start taking away freedom of freedom of speech on a consistent basis to everyone, then that means that there is someone out there who gets to decide. You know, so there's somebody who gets to use their biases and gets to, you know, have their thought process, and they get to control what the fuck is spewed.
Right.
Just in general, on some level.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's the scary thing to me is that I don't know how many people want to admit it, but there's already like a certain amount of societal control. There is a secret. There's niggas up top who's running all this shit.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure.
There's already some sort of control, but it's like you just don't want it to get as deep as it could get. But there also is the other side of just not needing some of these niggas on platforms. A lot of these, not everybody needs a voice.
Right.
Not everybody needs a voice. So
I agree.
I guess I am kind of like you on the fence with it in some sense.
Because
there's some moments where it just makes fucking sense. Like, get rid of this nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
they're just trying to be destructive.
Yeah. Just get rid of this nigga. Get him out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like at least at that point, I think that at the point of I think we can, as a society, we can tell who's in it for the right reasons, who's not. For the most part, at a certain point, you're going to show your hand.
Yeah.
If they give you enough airtime, like
Yeah.
Kanye.
Yeah.
He showed his hand at this point.
Oh, for sure.
For
sure.
It's really because I don't think that camera's working.
That's fine. It stopped.
But yeah, I think that at this point, it's like he has shown time and time again that if you give him an opportunity to an out in conversation, he's gonna double down. Actually,
Yeah, he is. He does that. He doubled down on that Alex Jones shit a million times.
to the point where he's gonna double down so much. He's more committed to the double down than he even is to making sense at this point.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna double down.
Like,
for
this is what I said. I said this.
Yeah.
He
and
wants
it's starting to not
make it
even
clear.
make sense at this point. I feel
Yeah,
like
but
because
stop
he's
making
just
sense
trying to be
long
so
time.
controversial. Yeah, for a while now.
Yeah, it's for a while it hasn't made sense.
And Nick Fuentes is way more dangerous than Kanye West is.
Yeah, he's like the isn't he like Nazi kind of guy?
He's an actual Nazi adjacent.
Yeah,
So
he's like right
it's
there.
like that's why he's way more dangerous because Nick's actually not. He's good with the dog whistle situation and that
Okay.
kind of thing. He knows how to word it in a way that you can
that the people who ride with him will like
Yeah.
get the message and start.
He can package it to like average Americans, and that's what's scary about him. And like, if he wasn't
Trump-level
like
tactics.
nerdy and weird and kind of nasty, kind of gross and
Yeah.
like just and he wasn't like
that's Trump level tactics. Trump does that same shit.
Yeah, exactly.
He's good with that
exactly.
shit.
Like
And then when
my fear of him is that he's a child at this point. He's like 22.
Yeah, that's the thing too.
And this dude, by the time he's of president running age,
Yeah.
we keep playing around, he's gonna be a candidate.
That's the thing too. This may not be particularly right on point with what we're discussing, but you brought up something that I do want to just kind of put out there and say. A lot of these people that we are listening to that are like gurus and top notch motherfuckers be like 22, 23.
I know they start early.
Yeah. And if you are, in your 30s, 40s, 50s, and you think that this motherfucker has the world in their palms and understand what's going on, we gotta watch who we listen to.
Right.
These people who are, you could have a lot of experience in life at a young age, but there's just certain things that come over time through just living longer.
Right.
And certain wisdom pieces.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that is absolutely.
And it's
right.
like, we gotta stop following to the T like some things these motherfuckers are saying at this young age, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
Like if these people, like you said, with age will only become far more dangerous.
That's the thing.
Like if this kid polished, because
Especially
if he's unpolished.
That's what I'm
right
saying.
now.
Especially if you have belief that what you're doing is right at such a young age and it's working for you.
And you get an audience that follows you and they grow with you.
Oh, that's
it's
issue.
crazy.
Yeah.
I think that with this guy, it's like, and a lot of these people, it's like, yeah, they really, man, they got a lot of years ahead of them, I think, of doing what they do. And the longer you do it, people forget things in the past. People forget little stuff like that. You get to a point where it's like you can actually become somebody that is actually pulling strings.
Yeah.
You can get influence is far more powerful than celebrity.
Yeah.
And I don't think a lot of people realize that.
That's true.
It's something that you can get into, and that's why I'm like the fact that
they are hand in hand, but it's the influence from a celebrity that goes that's the furthest.
right,
Like,
right.
you can be a celebrity and have no influence.
Exactly.
But if you have influence and you're a celebrity,
then now you have power.
you have power.
And Kanye's putting this guy in rooms with people who
Yeah.
have influence, who have actual power.
Yeah.
And that in itself is kind of dangerous.
That's dangerous, yeah.
I think Kanye's pretty powerless in general. As
We've
his
seen
own
that.
thing. I really do.
He's been saying a million times he can't get dropped from anything.
Yeah.
He got dropped from everything. So I don't know
then
what
he's
the
like,
power structure is in
so
his mind.
bad.
Yeah, but he's out of here.
He's out of here, bro.
Out of here.
You know, on one hand, man, I really did hate to see that happen to him because he's black.
Yeah, like
And
you don't want to see that shit happen.
It really gave me like buck breaking vibes.
Oh, for sure. That's what it was. That's what it was.
Look,
I know that's what it was, bro. Kyrie was dealing with buck
But
breaking
you don't think at all in this case, in Kanye's case,
it was warranted.
It's just that, like, he happened to be.
It's
black,
way
though.
more warranted on his case than
Yeah.
it was with the Kyrie situation.
Yeah, I think Kanye it's just his body, his exterior is just black.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just like
And he's just kind of going crazy.
This should have happened to him no matter what color.
Yeah.
If he was white, they should have done him twice as bad.
Yeah.
And it's
sure.
like, because then you should really know better because you actually have an actual power dynamic.
that is very unique to you.
It's very real.
Yeah, and very really unique to you being
Yeah.
white.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
yeah,
That
you
is
get
like tangible.
Yeah, it's intangible. Like,
And-
there's a
and-
certain level of privilege you get with that that you have to acknowledge.
That's it. And I think Kanye just got really wealthy and it kind of, the ego thing. I think that it came to a boiling point and I think he forgot where he came from a little bit.
If we could be honest, though,
he don't have enough friends in the room anymore.
Yeah, that's the part. That's really what it is because if I were to get $1 billion under my belt and I got $1 billion and I didn't have y'all niggas around me, I don't know who I'd become.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I just don't, bro.
Because like who comes around at that point?
Yeah. Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. And then
that you don't hire.
and because you're in this new space, you're wanting to experience all these exciting things. So all of a sudden, all these people who are now on your level have a lot of influence on you and what you become and what you do. So you stop listening to some of the people who didn't make it or you're the breadwinner. You know what I'm saying? The people around you, if they're not strong enough to handle that,
Right.
then you'll run over them, you'll push them away, you'll burn the bridge, and then all of a sudden now you're just dealing with people who don't really have your best interests at heart at all because they don't fucking know you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it. They're just looking out. They're just trying to get maximum output.
Exactly. It's just transactional.
Right.
Which all his shit has been.
No, that's real.
You know what I'm saying?
And you don't have, like you said, you don't have anybody to really be like, yo, you good?
Yeah.
Because I think that if you don't have people that really know you,
Yeah.
that's what you run into.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
People will use you, man. I'm like, I seriously, like, I really feel like, conservatives and these like Nazi adjacent right wing whatever these folks right now, they're using Kanye like a fleshlight right now.
Yeah.
They're currently like they're using homie like a condom right now.
Yeah.
And it's like I feel for him in that way because I don't really. At first, I thought he was in the midst of a manic episode. At first, I thought he was.
His life is a manic episode, bro.
Yeah, but he hasn't always been this way though.
Nah, but he's always done extreme shit.
Traumatic events.
Talking about like after his mom passing.
Yeah, among other things, there's like it's proven that traumatic events definitely like will onset.
Yeah.
Schizophrenia, bipolar disorder.
Yeah, he's always yeah, I believe that. He's always done extreme shit. It just I don't know if it just wasn't ever he just hadn't had as much did he just not have enough influence before? I don't know.
Because remember the George Bush.
The George Bush does
thing, right?
Taylor Swift, all them
Okay.
just every time he just does something that's a little bit edgy, extreme or whatever, just like but now it's gone off the edge for real.
Yeah.
You know, it feels like it's gone off the edge. And it seems like it doesn't seem super far-fetched because it's like anything that has a progressive build-up.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Over time, you take it to a certain level where if you don't have, like we're talking about, somebody to fucking reel you in, you're going to go past that.
You will.
You know what I'm saying?
Inevitably. You have nobody to challenge especially when you're in a creative field like he is. He's a designer.
Yeah,
musician, all these things. And so
And he's been the genius the whole time.
that's the problem.
You know what I'm saying?
He walk around with that moniker.
He's the
and
genius.
It's like, oh yeah, I'm a genius.
Yeah.
And all these things. But I
He
also
calls himself. How do you go from calling yourself God to now like walking back in the footsteps of God? Like,
Right.
Like I am a God. He said that like four times in like real interviews.
Yeah, no, he really did. He really
Yeah.
did. And now he's like, nope. He's like, let me chill. He's like,
I do this all for
my Lord
Jesus.
and
Yeah,
Savior. And it's like,
Like-
I'm like, I get it. It's like, I think that is, so, okay, people that don't actually feel empathy, eventually, if you're intelligent, you learn how to pretend. You learn how to like show normies, show regular people that you are an empath.
That's true.
By doing things like being religious.
Yeah.
It's how you prove your humility.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing more humble than being
and having and acknowledging a higher power.
acknowledging higher power.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Because you acknowledge that you're helpless.
Right.
Or not helpless, but
But that you aren't
higher
the
power.
grand designer,
Right.
and that you know there's something more powerful than you that you look up to, that you cherish, that you hold true to, you talk to, you speak to, you whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, like
Right.
you're humbling yourself to say that, you know what I'm saying, I am one of his humble servants.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
And yeah, I follow in his footsteps.
Yeah. And you maintain your humanity that way.
That way, yeah.
Which
Yeah.
I of course, naturally I understand that concept because that is very realistic. I mean, like that's a very real thing that that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's like his ego, his shit's so out of control now at this point that it doesn't even matter. It's like he's using that now. He's taking
Yeah, that's
that.
true, man. I hope I never get off the deep end like that on anything. But I will say that,
I'll let you know.
yeah, for
Don't
sure.
worry.
But I mean, like at any point though, different level ups in life, it's okay to test your power sometimes.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Surely.
It's okay to test your power sometimes.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm like,
just yeah.
Know your
Just
worth.
Know your worth. Know your worth. Just to see how much you can do a little bit. Okay, I can do that. Okay, I can get there.
Like,
I can
all right.
get there. All right, cool. Bet. So this is a new level. Got it. Okay. But reel yourself back a little bit.
That's it.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
it.
Reel yourself back a little bit.
You have to have you have to always keep at least one or two
Right.
Humbling factors in your life.
Yeah. You want to like on a true level be humble, but you want to, you want to experience life. You want to be
That's
happy.
it.
You want to grow. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
yeah.
Those factors can be a lot of different things too.
Yeah.
It can be a really good relationship with your mom.
Yeah.
It can be like you said, really good relationship with friends.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can be religion, but it's really weird because Christianity leaves so much room for you to just be filthy rich.
Bruh, it does. It does. Christianity leaves so much room. The rules are not strict enough.
No, they're not.
And we're gonna keep it a buck. The rules are not strict enough, yo. You have so much room to do shit, and then I think in certain forms of Christianity as well, like because I don't know much about Catholicism,
So,
but aren't
only
they
if you
able to
wanna-
really pretty much repent for just about anything?
Oh yeah. You can just be like, you can just go in the booth.
You just go in the booth, right?
go in the booth.
you say you go in the booth with your best bars. You say you come out
Confess everything.
Your best bars. You know what I'm saying? Your what's his name? The one that's listening to you.
Yeah, the priest on the other end.
The
priest
other
on
end listening
side.
to you. You know what I'm saying? He lets you know whether or not your bars are good.
Yep.
He gonna tell you we need to get back in the booth. Hey, come back next Sunday. We need you in the booth again. You know what I'm
Like, hey,
saying?
bro, yeah, he's like in the off season, he's like, yo, I'm gonna need 10 Hail Marys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need 30 Our Fathers. Let me get
Facts.
5 Glory Bees, all right?
Facts,
He's like,
facts.
repent for your sins, my
Facts.
son.
And then you good.
Get out of here.
Get out of here, bro.
I'll see you next week. And yo, next week, you could talk to the same priest
Yeah.
and be like with the same
Yeah.
shit. Like you didn't learn anything.
Yeah, your
And
priest
he's
is-
like,
Your priest is like your A&R.
yeah, right. No, it's like for real, bro. I would I think there's some kind of doctor. It's like doctor-patient confidentiality situation.
Yeah,
with the priest,
yeah, it's like super
'cause he
confidential.
Really technically can't tell.
Yeah.
I
don't think-
that if it endangers other people, I think if you went in there, and
I think you're
confessed
supposed
murders,
to.
I think maybe he has
maybe,
to tell on you.
Maybe they have to tell. That would make sense, but it's like, yeah, I don't know.
But either way, yeah, Catholicism, like you can just. That's why the Crusaders were definitely Catholic and
Yeah,
Protestant, man. 'Cause they were like, yo,
let's
we'll
just get it.
confess
This
these
is
sins.
wartime, nigga. Let's go.
You're like, God forgive me.
Yeah, God forgive me. I'm killing for my God.
Right. That's true. Yeah, that's true. He's like, we
Yeah.
did good, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true. That is
Because they're
excellent
looking
point.
at the people that they were looking at the people that they were harming as sinners and
They're non-believers.
non-believers and
Yeah.
yeah.
Which, so with that, it's like you can.
It's just a lot of room. There's a lot of room to just forgive shit.
Right.
And there's a lot of room for you to indulge in the quote unquote evils and
That's
be
exactly
all right.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So there's a lot of
exactly
room, man. I'm glad I'm a part of this religion. I'm glad that's the one I was birthed in. Let me go get my bread up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let me go indulge and get my bread up and let's
Yeah,
see
hey,
and let's see what happens, man. God know my heart. You know what I'm saying? Like God know my heart, bro.
This money ain't gonna change me, man.
It's not gonna change me. God know my heart,
No,
bro. Like I might make a mistake on the way, but God know my heart, bro.
That's it.
He knows me. I'm his humble servant.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Money only just accentuates what you already have.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So it's like if you were already that.
Yeah,
If you go,
yeah.
like if you were eccentric as hell when you become wealthy. You were already eccentric.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
just
for
couldn't
sure.
afford.
I just couldn't afford to be it.
eccentric.
And that's the thing. That's the thing that's gonna be tough about like hitting certain levels of success. Because there are certain facets of myself that I haven't like I haven't been like super okay. For instance, I don't have the flyest gear in the world because I can't afford it.
Right.
But you might start looking at me different if I had, if I had $1 million in the bank right now and I was able to afford the kind of clothes I want to wear every day, you might look at me like I'm trying to glow up on niggas or look a little certain way. But it's like, I wish I could have afforded this shit before, but I just can't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So sometimes you do get that perception just changes, you know what I'm saying, to say that you have actually become somebody different, but you might not.
I love clothing, man.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
But I got these Walmart slides for a reason, bro.
It's an expensive hobby. Man.
It's like,
it's an expensive ass hobby.
Yeah.
It's like the reality of it, I think. Yeah, a lot of people's things, a lot of people's hobbies, a lot of people's interests, all cost money, man.
Yeah,
they're expensive.
Yeah,
I would I'd be a very well traveled individual if I had bread, man.
It's a fact.
I think that'd be it. Like if I hit the lotto tomorrow, man, I might take a year off and just travel, dude.
Yeah, man. I've always said that if I hit like some sort of big win, like lottery or something, that I would. The only thing is you can't really conceal that. People know. They find out.
Yeah, people are gonna know.
They're gonna find out.
Yeah.
But I would do my best to probably just like work a little bit more for a second and like just really figure out the fuck I'm gonna do with it. But then I'm just ease out a little bit.
Right.
Ease out. I ain't trying to just
How do you show up to work with humility and respect?
fuck these niggas.
Right.
Yeah.
With like 8 figures.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's the thing though. It's like I'm saying that and it sounds good,
right.
but it's like the moment they really piss me off, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm letting them have everything that's been pent up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything I ever wanted to say. Like I'm trying not to be a passive aggressive person,
right?
But I'm bringing shit back from 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like they're still on my mind, low key. Like,
and like for the
I ain't
smallest,
forget, nigga. Like,
smallest transgression, you're like, you know what? Matter of fact, no.
Nah, because you've been doing this shit since I got here, nigga. Like.
They're so confused.
Yeah.
Okay, like, are you all right?
Like, nah, this shit been pent up.
Nah,
nigga.
motherfucker, I hit the lotto.
Yeah.
Fuck all of y'all.
Yeah, fuck all of y'all, nigga.
2 middle fingers, just walk out the door backwards. Like, I'm like, and I think that really, it's like,
you want to know something funny though? The first time I quit, I used to work at Spectrum, and I quit there once, and I went back, and I quit there. I was like a good agent, but I quit there when it was Time Warner Cable. After like 11 months. And that's because we were going through a merger. We were being purchased.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then I think Charter purchased them. And then the company essentially like, inside it was turmoil. Shit was just going crazy on the inside. And like at the time, I was like, man, I don't know how this is gonna go for me. They were asking unrealistic type of expectations, all sorts of shit. But when I quit, I do remember like nobody was even watching me, but in my head it was a movie. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was watching me, but in my head it's a movie. Because just the homie that was beside me, like I told him, I sat down, I put in the 2 weeks the day before. I sat down and I told the homie who was chilling, and I was like, yeah, man, I put in my 2 weeks. He's like, you did it? I was like, yeah, because he knew it was coming and shit. You always got somebody you confide in.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You have at least one person.
Yeah, you got somebody you confide in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And normally it's the people that's closest to you, if they cool enough. You know what I'm saying? So the homie was actually a cool motherfucker. So yeah, but I was telling him and shit that I put it in, and then I'll pause. and then I was like, something happened, trying to get in, got a crazy email, got a message, and I was like, you know what, nigga? I'm doing it today, bro. I said 2 weeks, but I'm leaving.
Oh, damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, damn.
And he was like, for real? I was like,
fuck
yeah,
the
bro.
Experience.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, bro, I'm out. So I'm going to go back to her office right now, and I'm going to go holler at her. And I went to the office, and I hollered at the director, and I told her, I was like, she didn't even know I put in my 2 weeks yet. I sent the email to her, but she didn't really even look at it yet because she got so much shit going on with. So I went straight to the director. I was like, hey, look, I put in my 2 weeks yesterday. And I was like, I'm going to keep it, I got to keep it 100. I think I'm going to go today. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I can withstand it. I'm going to go today on some shit like that, right?
Gotta be out.
So I told her, just trying to not walk out, trying to be like the good guy still in some way, shape, or form.
Right, you don't want to make a scene.
I didn't want to make too much of a scene.
Yeah.
But nobody was watching. But actually, on my way out, when I came back after I told them, I was like, yeah, bro, I did it, bro. I'm out this bitch. I started smiling. They used to play music in the building. They were playing T-Pain, Buy You a Drink. I walked out with a two-step. Like I walked out like on some movie shit. I started dancing on my way out and shit. And I was like, no, I know nobody was watching me. But in my head, I was just
in
like,
your mind, it was
I was
like,
so fucking happy, bro.
It was like
I
a
was
like
so
an A1
happy. Yeah.
It was like an ultimate walk out.
For me.
Right.
It wasn't like the fuck you walk out, but it was
Right.
just like the thank God.
You didn't tell anybody to shove the job.
I ain't
said
said I didn't shove the job. I didn't say I ain't really give nobody that, but I was
Right.
just like, I'm leaving today, bro. Like I'm just
enough.
gonna leave today. Like
I mean, you know, I think that's probably in real life. That's probably about as cool as a quit's gonna look.
yeah, like quits aren't really gonna be that amazing unless you
Yeah.
do some like
Assuming you don't want to get escorted.
yeah, so you don't want to get escorted out or looking
Yeah.
crazy. It's not
Yeah.
gonna be like too crazy of a scenario.
Because I feel like those scenarios in real life probably don't pay out in your favor.
Nah, I was lucky to even be able to go back.
Making a scene, yeah, It's
Yeah.
like making a whole scene.
It's just because I had a good track record before why I was able to go back.
right,
Yeah.
Because I did always. It is definitely okay. One thing I will say, yes, always wanted to sweep a boss's desk.
Facts.
It's all I don't know
Facts.
why. I feel like that
Facts.
seems so gratifying.
Facts.
Especially a boss who has just a little too much shit on their
Yeah,
desk.
yeah.
I just want to
That's a
sweep
fact.
that motherfucker
That's a fact.
and then say whatever it is that I came in to say.
That's a fact. I'll tell you a powerful position to be in as an employee somewhere. Having some sort of sexual relationship with upper management.
That's that's quite a power dynamic.
That's a power dynamic.
That's a crazy power dynamic. It's actually
Yeah.
it's funny, it's
yeah,
weird.
it is. It's funny.
Yeah,
It's weird.
Once upon a time. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. I had one of those way back.
I had
man.
one of those too.
Yeah.
It wasn't like crazy upper management, but I had one of those too.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like it's on the part of the person who's the
Yeah.
management,
Yeah.
like, who's the manager. Terrible move.
Terrible move.
Because you forfeit all your power.
Oh, terrible move.
Like,
Terrible fucking
so
move.
whatever position,
Yeah.
if this person
Yeah.
is the janitor,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Now you have just forfeited your power.
I have
level
some
down to
information
janitor.
that I have some information that fucks both over, and guess what? I don't care as much about you as being fucked over because I am low level in this bitch.
Right, 'cause, like, I was coerced.
Yeah, I was coerced.
Yeah, you're like-
Now, being the nigga I am, I would never do some shit like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But-
But there is a power dynamic that mentally takes place.
That's it.
And it's a power struggle that you probably now just lost.
That's right. No,
You know what I'm saying?
If it goes down because of that, and it's a corporate thing, like you said, they're probably gonna get rid of the manager. They're gonna
Oh,
keep
for
the
sure.
employee.
Yeah.
As long as unless the employee made a scene or something.
Yeah, unless you made a scene or
Yeah,
something
but
like that.
if there's not that kind of situation,
And if they get rid of both of you, who's hurting the most?
also true. Yeah, you like, man, I'm only one step up the ladder.
Yeah. Low key, I was planning to leave in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
this
Like,
job won't
low
shit
key, I put in applications all this past week, nigga. I was trying to get the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying?
You're like, there go your tenure, bro.
I was really trying to get away from your dumb ass because I realized that I was really trying to get away from you because I realized the position I put myself in working for you and fucking you in the background.
right, and your thirsty ass didn't realize you weren't gonna
Yeah,
stop.
your thirsty ass making shit weird now.
That's what happens,
So I'm
man.
getting the fuck up out of here.
And that's what happens.
And I don't get paid enough to be dealing with your bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I don't get paid enough to be dealing with your bullshit after all this. I'm giving you good dick and you talking all this bullshit.
And then
I'm out of here.
now we both in the streets.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, and so that's why I'm like, it's not a good idea. It's definitely not a good idea. But
And I don't even like you like that.
right, and then most of the time you realize, you're like, man,
yeah.
don't even,
I don't even
I
fuck with you
realize
like that. This is just like a play on my ego.
Yeah, you realize that you're gonna have to maintain it just for your sake of your employment.
Yeah,
You're like, oh, God,
Facts. And you're
I
like,
gotta
damn,
do
now
this.
this thing get a little weird. I didn't
Yeah.
think it was gonna be this way. Fuck, I'm out of here.
Yeah, you're like, this friendships can be awkward and shit. That's
Yeah.
fine, but like management,
Nah, yeah, shit.
Job
That shit
now.
gets annoying. Like,
Guys be trying to clock in.
yeah,
I
don't
be
tell me
trying
to
keep my head down.
Don't tell me to do shit, bitch. Stop.
So you won't tell me what to do last night.
Yeah, fuck that.
And it's like it.
Don't
like I said,
don't do this
all
shit
the
in front of
power
niggas,
talk.
bitch. Do you know what I be doing to you? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't act all high and mighty in front of motherfuckers. Like, you know.
And see, with and it's terrible. But as a man,
Yeah.
if you're the one in management, the power dynamic is actually a little different too.
Yes.
Because as the woman, they really forfeit their power. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But when when the dudes
Yeah, because
beneath
it's
them-
harder for them to even gain that power.
That's true. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like on a real level, it's harder for them
Yeah.
to even gain that power. And when they get it, it's like you would like justify all the stereotypes about.
Oh, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right. Because if your boss that was a male was fucking with like a cashier,
Yeah.
you would kind of just be like, he a dog.
Yeah.
You'd
But
just be like, yeah, you know.
but then the woman who does it, you're like, oh yeah, she fucked her way to power.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn. Or you'd be like, she's pulling him off the bench. Yeah. You're
Yeah.
like, yeah, she's using her power.
Yeah. All of that.
Damn.
Yeah, she's using her power in that way, and then it's also like there is like a stereotype about women in power, like getting there through using their pussy.
Right. Too true. Too true.
You know?
It's not a solid business plan. It's really not a solid
not.
5-year plan.
No, it's not.
You cannot fuck your way to the top of anything.
No,
You
it's
really
not gonna.
can't.
It's not gonna work out. It's not sustainable.
No. No.
It's not sustainable.
Unless you can get a ring.
It's not sustainable for a lot of people. Yeah, Ime Udoka was close to a ring. And then he lost both of them shits, right?
He lost that shit.
He lost the championship ring, and then he lost that Nia Long ring. You know what I'm saying?
Blew it in the playoffs.
Got him out of there.
See, and see Nia, yeah, man. I'm like, she's aging well too.
She a baddie, bro.
She back out here now though.
Yeah, she baddie, bro.
She gonna be back at it.
I didn't realize they were together for 13 years. That's what Sean put on here.
13 years. That's
Yeah.
about right, I guess. Because Love and Basketball was like 05.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Oh, AJ texted me something. Oh, it's just a hat. He think he about scooping up. Damn, we've been going for a minute, low key.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, we've been going for like an hour 30 almost.
Not bad. I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, we've been going for a minute. I mean, we had a pretty good episode though.
I'd say so. We
Started a little shaky, just with. It's a different dynamic.
It is.
You know,
That's
so
all.
we
I
gotta-
think I was just
yeah.
having to get used to that, man.
Yeah, me too. No, I mean it was shaky for. I think it was just in general. Oh, okay. Well, whatever. I'm about to do what. My fault. I just got a text. I'm about to go get my hair retwisted, and she had mentioned that I could come sooner because her client canceled. But nope, sticking to the actual script.
Yeah,
just gonna
just-
show up at the regular time.
There you go, man.
Just because that's how my day was scheduled.
Yeah, I was about to
So,
say what else you got going on there.
Yeah,
man?
yeah. I'm doing this right now.
Shift your whole fucking day.
Yeah.
Which,
But is there much else that we want to get to?
yeah, I'm.
I mean,
I think
we can probably just like mention a couple things and then just be out.
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, we can.
I mean, I don't know anything about the Celine Dion thing. Did you get a chance to read on it at all?
So I read very little about it. I read enough to know that somehow is an actual disease.
Yeah.
It's a thing. It's an actual thing. Stiff person disease.
Yep. And for everybody listening, Celine Dion has been diagnosed with an incurable neurological disorder known as stiff person syndrome.
Stiff person syndrome. Sorry.
Really straightforward name to that.
Yeah, they didn't really. They didn't really bother to name it after a person or anything. It's just
It's just a pretty.
Yeah.
Is it that rare or is it?
Yeah, I don't know. I think. Well, typically, I think it would be that whatever pathologist discovered it would be named after them. I feel like, or whoever the first person to have it to have it diagnosed on them, whoever they would name it after. But they just went with the symptoms, I guess.
So what they say stiff person syndrome is, it says symptoms may include stiff muscles in the trunk, torso is what it says, arms and legs, and greater sensitivity to noise, touch, and emotional distress. Damn. Which can set off muscle spasms. And it says over time, people with SPS. Wow. Why did that sound like I was saying SPF?
SPS, right?
Yeah,
SPS, right.
Yeah, that's crazy. But over time, people with SPS may develop abnormal, often hunched over postures. Some people may be too disabled to walk or move. So it sounds like it's very painful.
It kind of sounds like MS.
Yeah, it sounds like a very painful thing. Muscle spasms that are very severe. Like you can just tense up and just fucking go crazy for a second.
Yeah.
Like that's
Whoa.
got to be uncomfortable.
That sounds pretty serious. I feel like they should rename that for the sake of taking it seriously.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't know much about it, man. But you never know, man. People be suffering in silence.
What? Yeah, you kidding me? I'm like,
be suffering in silence.
there are so many different things that you could potentially have out here. I'm saying, like, yeah, life is
Yeah,
crazy.
it's a lot of things that can go down.
Fame and wealth are nothing that, like, you're not immune. You're not immune, man.
Nah,
like,
you're
that
not.
ship can go. Like if you got what's coming, like,
Yeah.
it's like whatever is coming to you is coming to you.
That's a
and there's
fact.
no way you can get around that. It
That's a
sucks,
fact.
but I didn't even realize. I really is she the one? I think Celine Dion's like she has like a residency in Las Vegas or something. I think
She did, I believe. I don't know if she still has that.
they
but
but yeah, she had it made, man. She had a cushy situation. She was good.
yeah, that's tough, man.
I'm not a fan or anything, but she did a beautiful voice. I know that. Hey man, that white lady could sing, man.
Yeah, it ended in 2019
Oh, okay. Yeah.
at the Vegas Coliseum at Caesar's Palace.
She probably fell back when her symptoms started happening.
Yeah, probably, man. That's tough. Prayers, man. Hopefully she's all right. That's
Yeah.
tough because Celine Dion, she did have some big slaps. What was her major hit? Her biggest
The
hit?
Titanic joint, right?
Is it that one? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably her biggest one.
Yeah, the Titanic was that's the one that like most people know, I feel like. Yeah,
That shit started out with a crazy flute, didn't it?
Oh yeah, it sure did.
that shit started out.
Dramatic ass pipe.
That was a sad ass song. Yeah, My Heart Will Go On.
Oh
That's what
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that was super sad, man.
Yeah.
That whole movie was really
Go
sad. though.
on on and on. I can't even sing that shit. But yeah,
Dude, like what? You kidding me?
her shit was crazy though. Her
That chick
register
can
was
blow, dude.
Yeah, her vocal register was kind of fire.
I cannot knock her talent level. Man,
Yeah,
that chick
yeah,
can
yeah.
blow. I have she was definitely one of their greats, man.
Yeah.
They don't have a white people ain't representing the best in terms of like
singing
divaship.
Yeah. But I mean, she's one of the best.
she's up there.
She's up there. I mean, they do have some really good.
They have
ones.
some really good,
really,
yeah,
but she's up there for
like
sure.
ballad singers. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
like-
there's not a ton of people that have like
that kind of
range.
There's not. I think the most recent person who probably has that type of range or potential would probably be like an Adele.
Adele can blow.
You know what I'm
There's a few
saying?
people that are nice, man.
Yeah.
I actually think Sam Smith is actually pretty talented.
I meant
Pretty
women,
talented
but
white girl.
but yeah.
Yeah, I do, but yeah, Adele's
Yeah,
insane, man.
for sure.
She's insane with it. She got pain. She just has pain in her voice.
Yeah, you can feel it, man.
I don't know where she got that from coming out of England.
Niggas.
London.
Niggas are the same everywhere, man. We fuck bitches. Fuck bitches over enough. They get voices like that.
She does have vaguely hood tendencies. I don't know if you ever see her interviews and stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, well, actually, they're not even that vague.
They're not. No,
She just has hood tendencies.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you go through a little bit of relationship trauma, you come out with some slaps. You know what I'm saying? Like, you come out.
Making that heat, son.
Come out with some heat.
Yeah, she
You know
just
what I'm saying?
she was singing to niggas' souls, bro.
That's a fact, bro.
I definitely see what she got going. That's why they let her do the Bantu knots and get away with it.
Yeah, that's
at
a
that
fact.
At that little Caribbean, which another side note. Sorry, I heard their Caribbean festival or whatever is absolutely insane
Word?
in England. Yeah,
I wouldn't doubt that. There's a lot of Caribbean presence there. It's a British colony, and then Jamaica.
Yeah.
and it's one of the British colonies, and there's some Caribbean stuff. That was a lot of Caribbean people or have British influence.
Oh yeah, big time. So it's low key. It's actually kind of savage because it's really actually like a victory lap,
Yeah,
and it's pretty funny they had the audacity to do that. But
that is true. You
you
think
know.
about it.
yeah,
That's true. God damn, I didn't even think about
it's
that.
written off as like respect.
Respect, but
paying
it's like at the
respect.
same time, it's like let's just celebrate the fact that we own you.
Right.
that we did. Oh shit.
You're like, we celebrate the cultures of the places that we colonize.
Right.
We
That is
love
so
our
crazy.
people.
Yeah, right. That's crazy. That's like, yeah, that's crazy.
To
I
be
mean,
a
that's
winner,
that's
man.
that's like Thanksgiving, ain't it?
That is like Thanksgiving. That's like, that's basically Thanksgiving.
That's Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that kind of is, man. Damn.
Food be slapping though.
Yeah, the food be hitting.
Food
Like,
be slapping.
like I heard that the Indian food in London is popping. They don't play, man. They got multiculturalism out there.
Really, I heard that London food wasn't that great though.
No, London food, like actual English food is fucking gross, dude.
Yeah, I heard.
It's
yeah,
like
have
fish
you had
and
it?
chips. Like fish and chips.
Oh,
like
yeah,
fish
yeah,
and
yeah,
chips.
yeah, yeah.
You know, that,
I heard it
it's just
wasn't
fries
that
and
great.
fish. And their battering process is beer and flour.
Yeah, you know what? Before that even happens, y'all be hyping that fish and chip shit up too much.
Not good. Yeah.
Fish and chips is just poorly fried
Very
fries and fish.
Yeah, very mid.
I'm saying like it's super mid, bro. And then I have grown to like tartar sauce more and shit like that, and cocktail sauce I do like with shrimp.
Cocktail
and stuff like
sauce
that.
straight,
Yeah,
yeah,
straight.
yeah.
But like paired with that shit, it don't add enough.
Hell no.
It don't add, you know what I'm saying?
Hell no.
It don't do enough, man. That
Yeah.
fish and chip shit is fucking basic. And you know what? Y'all, my white friends and people that I knew that I used to go with, y'all put that shit on me and made me think it was fire.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Y'all made me think that was fire, yo.
Hot and greasy when they serve
Yeah,
it to you.
and I used to think that I was doing something sometimes, going to certain places and being like, oh, they got fish and chips. I'll fuck around with the fish and chips.
Right.
And if I'm gonna be honest about it, man, it was a lot of mid that
bro.
I just didn't come out and say it was mid. And I need to address that.
You got to keep it real, man.
I gotta keep it real. That's mid.
Yeah, I think they are very aware that their food is not that great.
Right.
Which is why they were colonizing people for spices.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah.
come on, man.
Yeah.
Think about it. Like they were literally
fact.
killing people just to have seasoned food.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So it's like I get it, bro. It's like torture, yo. You're in a survival situation if you don't have
Yeah.
seasonings, man.
Yeah,
You're just
yeah,
eating
yeah.
to survive. You're eating just because it's sustenance.
That's
you don't
a
like
fact.
your food.
That's a fact.
So I'm aware that they are cultureless and that is just something that they realize that, hey man, as long as you gotta like I heard somebody make a joke a while back. They blew a 13 colony lead, which is really sad. Did they not? I mean, truly, like. So I mean,
Yo, that's funny.
like it's kind of an L, bro. That's all I'm saying. And your food's
13
gross.
calorie lead. Oh shit, yo.
And your food's nasty.
Oh man, life is a game of runs, bro.
It is. It is, man.
Oh shit. And everybody got to run, and sometimes niggas run is up. I love being here. I'm happy this is my home. There will be a time where, you know what I'm saying, not the powerhouse anymore.
Yeah, I know.
It's gonna come. That's gonna come at some point.
It's gonna come. It is
gonna come at some point.
Because we kind of do run shit right now a little bit.
Yeah.
Or at least culturally, I feel like we are culturally superior right now. If
Yeah.
nothing else.
Yeah. There's a lot of benefits to. I mean, people come from all over the place to get this experience.
Right.
Come live here, build a better life for themselves, and typically have a good way of like appreciating it a lot more than the people who are already here.
Yeah.
And then end up doing great things with their lives and for their families.
That's true. That's true.
A lot of
times after the second generation, it's like they're actual Americans at that point.
Yeah.
And then they stop.
And then they
running the
stop.
race,
Yeah.
and they just
And then
fall in
just
line.
fall right in line.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to be the downfall.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is. I think that is once it becomes to that point
Yeah.
where immigration is not so common or whatever.
Yeah.
If that ever becomes a thing.
Yeah.
Then
yeah.
American exceptionalism is probably
It's
going
going to
to
go down a little bit. Yeah.
Because the whole allure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like you said, it's going to go away.
I feel like it's that way. It's probably that way with any country or powerhouse that becomes. You're that for a while, then people want to be a part of that, and then eventually, it just stops.
Yeah.
You know?
That's it. Yeah.
Eventually, someone else is working harder than you. It's the same concept of, that little kid that is writing rhymes all day. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Because he has the time and the desire, and
Right.
and you already have you on your fuck your sophomore album. You on album number 10, and album number 10 is never quite as good as album number 1 through 3.
It never is, unfortunately.
Yeah,
it never is. It's something about it.
Yeah.
Man. The
Yeah.
hunger. You
can't.
That.
Yeah, unless you just have a thirst for life and going other places, it's really hard to recreate that. There's only very, very few who can just have that hunger consistently, no matter the fuck what.
No, for sure.
Very few.
And if the unfortunate part about it too is that even if you keep that hunger, it's like your life experiences will inevitably kind of change you enough to where you're always gonna not be as relatable as you were the first day.
Exactly, and different things become important to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's just a part of life, man. That's just part of life. But I do got to get going for this damn appointment. I got to be there in 30 minutes, and then we got to just bounce this and have it here and stuff like that. So we should probably get up out of here.
Yeah, let's
wrap it up, man. We didn't touch on a few things, but I think we did a pretty good job still, man. Just kind of jumping in and getting shit done.
I think we held it the fuck down.
I think we held it the fuck down. Honestly,
you know what I mean?
I had a fucking fun time, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm normally behind the camera. For those of y'all who aren't used to Lauren, that's my name.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
This is the voice behind.
This is the voice behind
the face, rather.
The face, this is the face
behind
behind the voice that you say you always hear popping in here and there. You know what I'm saying? And you don't really get to see it quite as often. But just taking a different role today, since niggas is on vacation. Shout out to you, brother. You know what I'm saying? Hope you have a good time out there on your birthday.
Yeah, man. Enjoy Florida.
Yeah. Swimming everything never mind.
Wear your rain jacket.
Yeah. Wear your raincoat.
It's Florida.
It's Florida.
I don't know what party you went to, honestly.
Yeah,
I'm really not sure.
But fuck, I know, but I lost it. Oh well.
Yeah. I don't think it's Miami though.
Nah, I don't want to say. I don't know if it was Fort Lauderdale. No, I don't remember where the fuck he's at.
No, okay.
Orlando. I think he's in Orlando. Yeah, he's in Orlando, I believe.
Man,
I believe.
I have been to Orlando once. It's been a long time. I went for Disney World.
Yeah, I went to. I went for Disney World and Universal Studios. So
I've been trying to convince myself to go back.
it's a good time, man. It was a good time, but I was also a kid.
Same.
Yeah,
So I didn't really enjoy it.
Yeah, it was a good time. But there's a lot of spectacles, there's a lot to see out there, man. And yeah, it's a scene, man. Just with the cars, the women, all that stuff. When you go to like Miami or South Beach, like it's a scene.
Oh yeah, no,
Definitely a scene. I want to experience it as an adult though, like for real, as like on a real level though, like. But it's the same thing as me with like certain places. Like I personally haven't been to Vegas yet, and I want to go there too.
I went there as a kid too,
and I want to experience it as like, irresponsible adult blowing money and shit.
Right.
You know?
Right. Same here. Yeah, I would like to experience it as an adult. I guess.
I would want to do that. So
I don't think I'm gonna like it that much.
Nah. I mean, I just want to go out there and not have to think too much about. I want to go out there in a way that I don't have to think about what I'm spending. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That would be wild.
That'd be
To
really just indulge.
I heard that Vegas. I heard the real experience of Vegas is actually once you're a high roller.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I want to just kind of indulge in what the fuck you can do out there.
You have to get a host. You have to have somebody host you.
Yeah.
Because that way, you get deals on hotels. They put you get show tickets. Shit like that.
My concierge need to be going crazy.
Right.
But yeah, man, we about to get up out of here. Thank you again. This has been episode 229. I don't even know if we have a episode name. I should have been thinking of that during the thing.
Question.
I mean, I will be able to figure it out from the listen back. You know what I'm saying? From the playback. But I was also thinking if we should have just done the intro again at the end and then just pop it in the front. You know what I'm saying?
And just cut it out at the end.
Just cut it out at the end, pop it in the front.
I mean, it's not a bad idea. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. You know, they don't have to hear this part.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. We can do it again right after this. But yeah, man. Shout out to y'all for subscribing. Thank you for all the love that we've been shown as a podcast, as a platform. Doing as much as we can to build and really keep this thing going for you and try to make sure that y'all don't have to miss out on weeks where certain things are going on, So we try to do shit like that and just pop in with whoever's available at what time. We get older and we all have busy schedules and things going on. You're a whole husband, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like shit is different in comparison to where we were at a younger age. So
life, man.
Life happens, but when you try to stay committed to something and dedicated to something, you want to see it through, man. And we've seen a lot of success recently, and we want to just keep building and seeing it going, man. So thank y'all again for all the love. Everyone in the treehouse.
Yes, we're trying to keep the content coming.
Absolutely, we're gonna keep the content coming. Make sure to like, subscribe, share everything 3O Podcast. Make sure to hit that bell notification. And yeah, we got some good shit on the way, man. We got some news that we gonna release at the top of the year as well. So be on the lookout for that.
Big surprise coming for y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. So. Thank you again. This has been the Mutiny episode.
AJ is fired.
Yeah, out of here.
That's it, bro.
That's it. We appreciate y'all, man. We out of this piece.
Yes, like, share, subscribe. Y'all know all that.
Out of here.
See y'all next time.